series, y'all, that I'm going to start doing. I'm going to let you see what's going on with your nephew Skyler here in just a second. Oh my gosh, he's having some baby food. So, here you go, keep bite. Oh my gosh, you're making a mess. So this new series is going to be called, instead of fairy tales, scary tales and dollies. So what it's going to consist of is I'm going to share a scary tale with you that has been told as a true story, not something that I have made up. Yum, yum, get another bite. Not something I have made up or that hasn't been told as a true story. This is going to be actual accounts that people have told to be the truth. So I hope you enjoyed this series. I love storytelling, and so I've been thinking about adding a new series to my channel for a while now. So I really hope you guys enjoy it. I'm going to change a doll. So because it's scary tales and dollies, while I'm telling the scary tale, I'm going to be changing a baby. So this week's baby is going to be Skyler. Let me show you y'all's nephew. Oh my gosh, you've got to see this. What this boy has done. He has stripped his bib off. His bib is, of course, covered in baby food. And he has gotten the baby food all over his tray. And the dog keeps trying to get in it. But, you know, I'm trying to feed him his apples for breakfast. And you're just having fun playing in it, aren't you? Yes, you are. This boy, oh my gosh, he's making a huge mess. So he has the right outfit on. So if you want to see him get changed into this outfit while I tell a scary tale, then stay tuned. You messy baby. You messy baby. Okay, so we have Skyler ready to get changed. We're going to put these little white shoes on him. They're really cute. They are child of mine, and they're size 3 to 6 months. And y'all, I didn't realize when I picked these up, but they actually have sparkles on them. But okay, we're going to go with it. And his little pants. I love these little blue jeans. They are a size 6 to 9 months, and they are Garanimals. And they're a really light color, so I don't worry about dye transfer when I buy light colored jeans. And then we have this shirt that says, apparently I'm messy, because you saw how messy he was just a minute ago. So this is also a 6 to 9 months. And now that I'm looking at him right here in person, I may have needed to get this stuff in 12 months, but I think it'll fit. We're going to try it anyways. I have these little plain white socks that we're going to change his little feet into, because he's still got his little socks on to his matching bear outfit. I had this on underneath his little sleeper he had on the other day. So anyway, let's get into this spooky story, this scary tale. So this scary tale is called The Ghost of Oxford Milford Road. The setting is back in the 1940s, and there was a young couple in a rural farming community who absolutely fell head over heels in love. They were just totally smitten with each other. They were both older teens. They were like 18 to 19 years old, but back in that day, parents were still in charge of their children up until they were age 21, so they could make decisions for their children based upon their own preferences up until then. So the girl's parents didn't approve of the relationship. So the boy and the girl would secretly meet each night. After her parents would fall asleep, she would sneak out of the farmhouse and walk down the driveway to her parents' car, where she would get in and proceed to flash the lights 3 times. And this would signal her boyfriend to ride up the road. He was on a motorcycle. So when her boyfriend would see the signal, he would ride up the road to meet her and glide up to the edge of the driveway, and they would just have their little secret meetup because that's the only time they could see each other. I'm going to go ahead and change his diaper into this little sports themed diaper while I'm telling you this. And I'm going to be spraying baby cologne. So that's what I'm spraying in this little bottle. Okay, so back to the story. So they were having their little meetups every night, and this went on for months, and the couple fell deeper and deeper in love. Their late night rendezvous was something they looked forward to every single night. Well, the girl and her parents went to visit family for about a week. So, to young people not getting to see each other, that can just seem like a lifetime. So when they returned, he couldn't wait for her to get back so that he could go see her again. So that night, she does her usual, waits till her parents fall asleep. She goes outside and she flashes her parents' headlights to signal him to come on down the road. So because he hadn't seen her in so long and he was so very excited, and it was actually sprinkling rain that night, so the roads were a little slick, he got in too big of a hurry. And when he turned a sharp curve to come to her road, to her house, he lost control of his motorcycle, and it caused him to sustain injuries that he did not survive. They were just too severe. So all this took place on a road called Milford. And rumor has it, this love-struck boy's ghost still haunts that stretch of the road to this very day. Okay, so fast forward a few decades. So we're like in the 90s now. A curious student at Miami University in Oxford, Ohio, which is a town that is rumored to be one of the most haunted towns in America. This guy named Brad decided to take his girlfriend, who is now his wife and best friend, out to the area to see if the tale was true. Because this was a story that had just been passed down through the generations, and so there was a legend that said that this love-struck ghost rode up and down this road on this motorcycle seeking out his true love. So they drove down to that stretch of road, and while his best friend was intrigued, his girlfriend was a bit freaked out. Like, she just didn't know if she wanted to do this. And so Brad was like, you know what, it's not a big deal. At the very most, I'm just going to be proving that the tale is untrue, and it's just a legend. It's just something that people say. So the girlfriend still, she's like, I don't know though. I mean, I know there's legends, but there's truth behind everyone. So he reassures her, it's just for fun. Come on, we're just going to go out here and do this for fun. And his best friend, same thing, was like, come on, let's go do this. So they drove out to the now abandoned farmhouse. It was still standing. And Brad decided that he had the perfect idea, because they pulled up into the driveway and turned off the engine, and they sat there for a little while and nothing really happened. So Brad says, hey, in the story, his girlfriend always turned the headlights on and flashed 3 times. So maybe we should do that, just like the legend states. And so his girlfriend was really freaked out at this point. She didn't like the idea, but his best friend was like, yeah. He was all into it. So eventually they talk her into it, so she reluctantly agrees. So Brad proceeds to flash the headlights 3 times.
His best friend, he was amused at best, but his girlfriend kept saying how she felt uneasy and she just expressed her deep, uncomfortable feelings like she didn't like this. Then, as they sat there and they were about to give up, like Brad was about to just start the ignition and just say, you know what, forget it. I told y'all this wasn't true. And then they all three saw it. A single headlight coming up the road. It got closer and closer. It wasn't slowing down any either. And so Brad's girlfriend shrieked his name out, Brad! And his best friend, seeming excited and panicked at the same time, said, it can't be. And the light was right up on them now. It wasn't slowing down. It was just coming right for them. Whoever this was going to crash right into them. So Brad decides he's going to turn the headlights on and crank the car and at least try to put it in reverse or something. And right before impact, Brad turns on the car's headlights. But there's nothing there. So can you imagine? There's nothing there. So all three of them, the light was just gone. They all three got out of the car. Their hearts were pounding. They just don't know how to deal with this. They're like, what just happened? And they're all three scanning the countryside, looking around because, Brad at this point could have swore that maybe one of his college buddies had found out they were going out there and that he purposely rode out there on a motorcycle to just try to trick him into thinking that the legend was true. So they're frantically searching, but there's nobody. They're trying to process what they just saw. Like, they just can't understand what just happened. So Brad has to accept, because at this point, Brad had been like not very receiving of anything paranormal. Like, he just didn't want to believe it to be true. And he just wasn't going to accept the legend to stand on its own. He had to come out here and do this. So his girlfriend looks at him and she was like, so it's true? And Brad is like, yeah, it has to be. What else could we have just seen, So to this day, when Brad and his now wife and also his best friend have a chance to tell this story, they swear it to be true. They swear it to be a true story. And they are known to readily share this story around campfires and at parties. To this present day, here in 2022, they still tell this story about the night that they went out to the now called Milford Oxford Road in the most haunted city in America called Oxford, Ohio. So, if you ever go to Oxford, Ohio, and you're feeling kind of brave, go down to the now called Oxford Milford Road at midnight and flash your headlights 3 times and wait. Are you brave enough? So that is my scary tale and Dollies for today. And I will do some more research to find some more stories. I do have some in mind, and I have some that have been told by my own family members. So I'm going to be sharing those with you. I hope y'all have enjoyed this first installment of Scary Tales and Dollies and seeing baby Skyler get dressed. Apparently I'm messy, he says.
So I thank y'all so much for watching. We'll see how it goes. If you really like it, I'm going to continue this series and have it on the same day every week. So I'll just have a new scary tale each week. Thank y'all so much for watching. I appreciate you being here, and I'll see you in my next video.